What's up, Virginia? I'm Kendall Sullivan, and yeah, we got to talk about it. We got to talk about Virginia because what does this mean, folks? What does this mean? What does this mean? What happened last night? Because it was a beautiful thing to see. Let's be clear. Because what we did see was American people step up to the plate. That's what happened last night. The American people stepped up because they're tired of the same old politics. They're tired of the same BS. They're tired of the same BS. And that last night is how you say, let's go, Brandon. That last night, how you say you've had enough. That last night is how we take our country back and bring common sense back to our politics. That's how you bring real leadership back to our politics. That's how you bring when it comes to the fact of the American people that just want to go to work, do a good job, go home, be left alone. That's how you do those things. That's what you did last night. Let's go, Brandon. Say it with me. Let's go, Brandon. Make sure you guys share the video, like the page as well. But that's what we do. What we saw last night was a forecast of what's more to come. What did Trump say just days ago? Youngkin's a good man. He should win. If his base turns out, he will win. That's what Donald J. Trump said. And Donald J. Trump said he's like, 11-3 when it comes to whatever his record is? Yeah. When Donald J. Trump endorses a candidate, that candidate wins. Period, plain and simple. I saw some BS on MSNBC where they said this win proves that Trump is fading. Really? Trump is the one who endorsed Youngkin to begin with. What you mean? He had a lot of influence behind this guy winning the governorship. You all didn't expect him to win. You all thought that the Democratic Party was going to win. And I saw an egregious comment made on, I'm sure some of you all follow Colion Noir, a good Second Amendment guy. Shout out to Colion Noir. But there was somebody that commented up under I think it was ABC or NBC, and it said, and it was a person saying, this is ridiculous. They want to vote for a racist, we shouldn't even let blacks vote. Yeah. I remember I guess it was just a Democratic voter or whoever it was, said that. Right. Think about that. The party that pushes oppression and pushes for everybody to be pissed off at somebody, and the party that thinks that everybody's racist, yeah, it was that party that said that. It was that party that uttered that nonsense. Imagine that. Imagine that, guys. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to keep pushing. We're going to keep pushing because there's more work to be done. We're going to keep pushing because there's a House and a Senate that needs to be won. We're going to keep pushing because we got to do the job that the American people need done. How do we do those things? How do we get there? Doing by saying, let's go, Brandon, like we did last night. By sticking together like we did last night. By winning the future and creating an environment of common sense politics. That's how we get there. Donald J. Trump had a tremendous effect on that election last night. He is the very reason that Governor Youngkin went in, that he is the governor-elect. He is the very reason. Make no bones about it. And when we go into these midterms with this momentum, because what we had last night was a forecast of what's about to come. We're going to start seeing, you're going to see more of this. You're going to see more, and it's necessary. It's what we need to do to take our country back. Because right now it's just too many regulations, too many red tape, too many people getting fired. Hardworking Americans that are doing their job. Hardworking Americans that were heroes last year that are really still heroes today that are actually getting turned down and getting fired. That's a problem. That's a fundamental issue that we cannot let stand. Make sure you guys share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's at the bottom of the screen, rolling at the bottom of the screen. Definitely like the page. Tell the fake news media to let Trump do his job. And like my fan page as well, Kendall Sullivan. Because you know what? We got work to do. But we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it because the stakes are too high for us to not. We're going to get into it because there are just too many people counting on us. There was too many people waiting on our voice. There's too many people that need our help. There's too many people getting fired from their jobs. That is not right. That is a tragedy in the United States of America, where someone can be dubbed a hero one year, then the very next year they're being put out of work like they're not even worthy. No, we can't do that. We've been through Jim Crow segregation already. We're not going to do that again. We're not going to keep dividing people up and separating them. That is not who we are as a people. We are a free country, a free America, the United States of America. It's not about blue states and red states at the end of the day. It's about the United States of America, because you and I are the people that make this country go. The American people is what makes this country go. Your hard work and dedication, this country is built on the backs of the people. It's built on the backs of the middle class. The top 1%, top 2% aren't the one that actually, push the country ahead. We need them as well. They shouldn't be demonized because of their success. And that's what the Democratic Party do. And that's where I jump off with them at. You're not going to point at some millionaire and say, you know what, look at this rich person, be mad at them. No. You coming to the wrong person when you're coming to an ambitious person like me, because I want to be one of them. I want to be wealthy one day. We all do. We all strive to be the best version of themselves. And being rich could mean it could be your version of that. And I always talk about just being the best that you can be inside your bubble and maximizing your bubble to your full potential. That's what it's all about. What does success looks like to you? What does winning looks like to you? What does being rich looks like to you? That's what it's all about. It's all about putting things in that type of perspective. And it's about winning and focusing on winning. Anyone that says that winning isn't anything are only just losers. Period, point blank, plain and simple. They're only just losers. And that's why, and Trump come to the White House with a culture of winning. That's why when he came to the White House saying America first, you had the cynics and the critics and the haters saying you should be humble. All the people that talk like that are losers, because who doesn't want to see America first? Because America first means good for everybody. America first means good for even the people that we help around the world. America first. America first, because the greatest we do, the more resources we have to help. You see, this is the thing we need, especially in our politics, and this is how, and I fully believe in this. We need common sense politics. And we also need to be willing to not vote when we need to as well. Because if we get BS candidates that are not going to do their job, that stabs President Trump in the back, they shouldn't get our vote. We should sit back and watch them lose. Seriously. I'm over that. Well, we got to vote for. Nope. No way. If they're not doing the work that the American people need done, if they're not supporting President Trump, because if they're against the president, they're against President Trump, they're most likely they're against our agenda as well. And that is a problem. That is a fundamental problem that cannot stand. Cannot stand. Because we see the guy's a winner. The person he endorses wins. So who else want a Trump endorsement? You're going to have to work for it. You got to show it you for the American people, because he's not going to give it up for free. No. I'm not saying he should get no cash value or anything like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you want a Donald J. Trump endorsement, then you're going to have to do the will of the people and prove that you're for the will of the people. And I'm sure, of course, as well, you're going to have to return that favor in 2024 when Trump's back on the ballot running again, because Donald J. Trump is coming back like Jordan. Donald J. Trump is going to come back with a vengeance and win and build this economy up all the way over again. So that's what you do when you've already had so much success, like Donald J. Trump. That's what you do when you've already done everything. What you do, because he's a competitor, he's competitive, you just act like you never done any of that and do it all over again. That's what winners do. He's competitive. He's driven. Look at what he done in the business world. Look what he done in his first term in office. Not ever been a politician, but came in and had the best first term in American history. Had the best first term in American history. I'm not engaging in hyperbole when I say that. Look at his numbers. Criminal justice reform. He got more done than anybody else. Look how many people were released from prison that was doing decades in prison for nonviolent drug offenses because of Sleepy Joe. How many people he sent back home to their families? 91% of those people black. Over 7,000 people released from prison. Sleepy Joe has yet to release anybody. He's yet to pardon anyone from prison. Anyone. So what's wrong with that picture? That's a problem. It's a problem. It's a tremendous problem. But we got some good momentum going into the midterms now. Because it's because Virginia stepped up. It's because you around the country stepped up. Because if you got a relative in Virginia, you probably got on the phone and told them, hey, we need you to get out and vote. Because if you got a cell phone, like most people do, you probably posted on your social media page, hey, Virginia, get out to vote. So everyone has a hand in that election because Donald J. Trump base turned out. They turned out and showed out. They did it big. It's what it's all about. Donald J. Trump stepped up to the plate. And for anyone that just tuned in, I'm Kendall Sullivan. Make sure you share this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's rolling below. Like the page because we're going to get into it. But you know what? I told everybody the Democratic Party is a racist institution. But maybe I didn't know what I was talking about. Maybe I'm just some Trump supporter that's just wrong on it all. Huh? Maybe I didn't know what I was talking about. It turns out I knew exactly what I was talking about. Because if you look at Joe Biden's record against the desegregation of busing, put over 100,000 black men in prison for nonviolent drug offense, probably more than that. You know what, though? I think we should change the narrative, guys. Because, you know, I'm sick and tired of all this, oh, he's a Trump supporter, blah, blah, blah. So, you know what we need to start saying? For those that voted for Sleepy Joe, oh, he's a mass incarceration supporter. Don't pay him no attention. Oh, she's a mass incarceration supporter. Don't pay him no attention. I mean, if we wanted to play that game. But I firmly believe there's good people that voted for Donald J. Trump, and there's good people that voted for Joe Biden. That much is true. But Joe Biden is a mass incarceration supporter. That is no doubt about that. Took $10 billion and built over 100,000 prisons. Snatched kids out of college, put them in prison. That much happened. There's people that have been sitting in prison since 1995 for marijuana. That is a huge issue for me. I'm not a person who smokes weed or ever smoked weed, but do you think someone who's made a mistake should be doing decades in prison? I don't think so. Somebody who could be out here helping, being a competitive person that's contributing to society? No. You know how many parents, how many people they locked up, how many kids he made have no fathers? Put the mother on welfare? Yeah, I mean, we're just going to keep it 100 tonight. We're just going to keep it real tonight because that's the only way I know how to do it. I only have one mode, real. And that's one thing, that's why you and I, we connect, we link, because you only have one mode, real. You don't like to be BS'd. You don't like for anyone wasting your tax dollars on a Pentagon or on any other government program that's wasted. And of course, we want to help people. We want to help the most vulnerable. I'm 100% for that. 100% for that. But what I don't support is taxing hard-working Americans at the pump. Don't tell me Joe Biden is not part of the reason for that. What I don't like is taxing hard-working Americans in the housing market. Don't tell me his policies hadn't had anything to do with that. Because in fact that it has. What we need is common sense policies. This isn't about politics anymore. Not when they're taxing your pocketbook the way they're taxing it. Not when they're making you kick out as much money just to go to work. You got to pay so much money in gas, lumber through the roof, the price of goods through the roof, the amount what we're paying for food right now through the roof. These policies aren't good for America, and what I'm most proud of is last night you let them know that. You sent a message. Will they listen? Probably not. They've already flipped it around and saying, you know, this means Donald J. Trump is not a factor anymore. The good thing for us, let them believe that. I'm not insulted by it at all. I don't have an issue with them believing it at all. Let them believe it. Because in 2022, they're going to get caught. at the ballot box when it comes to the voting. They're going to get caught when we beat them. And I'm talking about by voting, not nothing violent, not nothing physical, at the ballot box. When we beat them at the ballot box. When we send more votes through to get, I think we're going to win the House and the Senate at this point. Like I said the other night, we're going to win the House or the Senate, preferably both. I feel like we have a great chance to win both. We just got to go out there and take care of business. We got to go out there and win. And we got to show, you know what? We're motivated. We're motivated like no other because our rights has been imposed on. We're motivated like we've never been before because our rights have been imposed on. You got a relative or you yourself have been fired from your job. Think about that. You or someone close to you have lost their job. Can you think about that? They was considered a hero last year. This year, they lost their job. You think Trump would ever done anything like that? Huh? And shout out to the governors that are stepping up to the plate and making sure that they're not letting that happen to their citizens in their state to their best of ability. Shout out to those governors. Shout out to Governor DeSantis. You've done an awesome job down there. And people are taking notice. We got to start rewarding great politics. We got to start rewarding great leaders when they do what they need to be done. And we need to continuously punish the ones that don't step up to the plate for the American people. And you know how you punish them? By making sure you vote against them in the upcoming election. Brian Kemp, you better make sure, you all need to make sure you vote for the other candidate. He needs to be primary. And that's the thing that needs to be happening. We need to make sure he's primary. Because no way, the way he stabbed President Trump in the back, there's no way he should get the support of the Trump base. We need the Trump base to stand back. And I'm going to go here. Yeah, I'm going to go here. Even if it means stepping back, pulling our resources back, and letting him freaking lose to the Democrats. Yeah, we got to let them know because that's the only language they tend to understand. If there's not a suitable candidate in that race, when Governor Kemp is up for re-election, then we're going to pull back. Resources will be pulled back. And we're going to let him lose. Unless it's a third candidate protest vote, we'll do that. But what we will not do is support Brian Kemp. So the Republican Party needs to be making sure they get a good candidate out there to primary him. Because that's where the stakes are right now. That's where we are right now. We're not giving away any free votes. It's not going to happen. Yeah, that's where we are. That's the kind of politics we're going to be playing this time around. Yeah, politics are meant to be transactional. It is quid pro quo. What can you do for me? I need this policy or that policy. Or you can't do either? Oh, well, damn. I guess I can't vote for you either. I mean, just like you all said, a vote is important. How do we, I mean, you know what? I agree. Let's prove that a vote is important. Let's prove it. How do we prove it? You know how we prove that a vote's important. We prove it's important by not voting for anyone that does not respect our interests, that does not support our interests. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. We do it that way. You know what? We're gonna make some real change. We're gonna make some real change because the people that we have are some of the most enthusiastic people that I've seen. And they're all about winning. And they don't care about the cynics. They don't care about the haters. They don't care about what the haters and the cynics have to say. And that's what I respect about you all most. You don't get caught up in what the cynics got to say. And that's one thing Donald J. Trump represented. He didn't get caught up in what the haters had to say. He just did what he felt was the best for the country at 100 miles an hour. He didn't care what anyone had to say about it. That's what it was all about. That's what we need to do. Don't worry about your haters. Don't worry about your cynics. Go 100 miles an hour, focusing on the best version of you. And I tell people this all the time. You know what? When people come to me, especially even younger people come to me and they say, you know what? This person here is always hating on me. This person here is always got something to say. And my only advice is I would love to tell you that those people will stop doing that, but they won't. So what you got to do is focus on you and focus on being the best version of yourself. What you got to do is go 100 miles an hour and win. If you really want to get back at them, you do it by winning and make them despise that. That's what it's all about. That's how you win. That's how you shut up your cynics. That's how you make them be quiet. You make them be quiet by your results and your wins. Because we don't really have time to fight with people that are on our level. And what I mean aren't on our level, I mean if you have time, if you got time to sit up and worry about petty things and you're not focused on being the best version of yourself, then you're on our level. Those that want to get to a place where they're focusing on being the best version of themselves, oh yeah, they're on our level. But when you're just mentally gone and you invested more into being a hater or a cynic than you are into winning, no, you're not on our level. In fact, stay away from us because we too busy winning. We're at 100 miles an hour right now. We don't have time to stop and listen to your pettiness. We don't have time. That's where we are. That's where we should be. That's what Donald J. Trump was. That's what he is. Look at what he always done in the business world. He always had to make tough decisions that people didn't necessarily care about, decisions that was the best but were unpopular. If you remember being popular, being a success is not gonna come as easy to you. And of course, being successful for you, being successful is hard. It takes work. It takes dedication. And it's all about, as well, determining what success is for you. You can't look at someone else's success and judge yours by that. You got to focus on your own bubble. Think about how can you maximize your bubble. How can you be the best version of yourself? And that's how you remain even. Because when you got a goal and you focus, nobody can throw you off of it. When your primary focus is winning. And that's what it was with Donald J. Trump. His primary focus is winning. And that's what it is with you and I. Our primary focus is winning. We don't have time to stop for something that doesn't mean anything. The stakes are too high. The stakes are too high. We don't have time to hang around and listen to something that doesn't involve winning. We got too much to do. So how do we get there? How do we achieve the ultimate goal? It starts here. It's all about your mentality. And how bad do you want it? How bad do you want to be the best? Like Dale Earnhardt would say, second place is just the first loser. So how do you be the best? It comes with dedication. And you know what it comes to? You know what doesn't get talked about enough? Consistency is how you get there as well. It takes hard work and it takes consistency to get to where you want to get. You know what? How many of you all have been shamed for being a Trump supporter? How many of you all have been called racist for being a Trump supporter? I'm sure that bothers you at some point. I'm sure it might have even hurt you at some point, especially if you know you're nothing like that, right? I've never been called a racist as a black man in America for being a Trump supporter, but I have been called other things. You all can guess what those things are. But you know what? I don't care. Because my mentality is on a whole different level. My mentality is so stuck on winning. I don't have time to go back and forth with somebody who don't really know anything about politics. I don't have time to go back and forth with someone who don't even understand policy and how politics work and that voting is about quid pro quo. I don't have time to explain that to you. Now, if you come to me in good faith and sincerity, will I explain some of that to you? Sure, you should, of course. But I don't have time. But if you've been insulting, no, I don't have time. If you've been insulting, if you've been disrespectful, you can stay over there. I'm just going to ignore you. I'm going to stay over here at 100 miles an hour and focus on winning and just let you stay over here and talk. That's what I'm going to do. That's what we all should do. That's what it's all about. It's all about winning, being the best version of you. And I know I stretch that point a lot. I say that a lot because it's necessary. I say it a lot because it's what we're all trying to do. It's that ultimate goal of being the best. And most, like I say, hardworking Americans, Trump voters, you guys, and I know I'm right when I say this, you all just want to go to work and come home. That's it. And be left alone. That's all. That is all. And I don't think that's much to ask. That's what this is all about. And that's what was shown in Virginia last night. That's the message that was being shown. Because it's like one of the first tests to show how unsatisfied you are with this administration. It's one of the first tests to show that you're not happy with the way they're trampling upon your rights. Not when people die for them. No. You're not happy with that at all. How you release that anger, how you make them hear you, by doing what you did last night, by saying, let's go Brandon, when you voted for Youngkin and made him victorious, when all the pundits and the cynics said that he would not win. The Trump base turned out. So, this could be fun. What's the Trump base going to turn up at next? Because, that's just the first of many victories. It's time to ride now. It's time to go now. It's time to really flex our muscle now to show what we really can do. That's what it's all about now. How can we do that? That's what we need to do. We need to continuously flex that muscle, because I got a feeling that this thing gonna get stronger and stronger. I got a feeling that this Trump base is starting to grow. I got a feeling that some of these people that voted for Joe Biden is not happy right now. I got a feeling that some of these people who probably not necessarily fans of Trump, but would take him back right now over Joe Biden in a heartbeat right now because of the way their pocketbooks are being taxed. I got a feeling that some of these people that may not be a Trump fan, but would take him back in a heartbeat over Joe Biden because of the way they're being taxed at the pump. I got a feeling about the way they got relatives and things like that that's been fired from their jobs, or would take Trump back right now over Joe Biden because they didn't sign up for that. They didn't sign up for that kind of threat against their democracy. That's what I have a feeling. I have a feeling. So I got a feeling this Trump's surge is going to pick up. And I also have a feeling that when he comes back in 2024, he's going to be a better president than he was in 2016, which could be scary. Because he had the best term in American history. One of the best first terms in American history. So guess what? When he come back this time around, he's going to have time. He's done it before. He's going to have time to sit back and see what to improve on, who he can trust, who he can't trust. Oh, it's going to be a hell of a ride. This is going to be fun. This is like MJ coming back all over again to save basketball. This is going to be like Trump coming back to save the country, because that's in fact what he'll be doing, because this country needs to be saved. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. We got work to do. We got victories to win. We got an economy to save. We got a country to save. Oh yeah, this is only the beginning of something great, the beginning of common sense politics back. Because what we're gonna do is, each election that's popping up, we're gonna make sure that Trump base is involved. Even if we don't win, you're gonna know that we was there by the results and the votes. You're gonna know it. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into it. You're gonna know about us for sure. We ain't going anywhere, because you're gonna know when we step up to the plate, we're here to win. We're here to win an election. We're here to take over the Senate. We're here to take over the House. Because common sense politics are missing from our politics. Leadership is missing. The country right now is starving for it. I'm Kelvin Sullivan, and thank you guys for listening. Make sure you share this video, like the page, tell the fake news media to let Trump do his job. The Cash App's at the bottom if you all want to support the show, because this is going to grow. It's going to get bigger and bigger. Oh yeah, because I'm all in. I'm dedicated. I'm here to put the work in. You all are here to put the work in, because we all trying to be the best versions of ourselves. YouTube channel below, Kelvin Sullivan Trump 2024. Make sure you guys go and subscribe, because we're building it up over there as well. And that's what we need. Truth media right now. This is the type thing we need. Truth media. Let's go. Have a great night, guys. Peace, and I'm out.